Hello, Gemini, to a timeless, the love variant reading where we discuss however love may be absent or present in your life. Please bear in mind a few things before we get started. Gemini, this reading may provide you universal justice should it be here in your sun rising and or Jupiter position. Should it be anywhere else, you may be in search of emotional redemption, where my sister channel comes in handy. Both channels offer links and ways to navigate to all the timeless content provided, and I am Master Seventh. I read these energies for you. Should you want to know what she is, who she is, and her ways she goes about, I am a master healer, so feel free to see if you'd like any remote wellness and or tarot intuitive insights. Should any of that be appealing to you, you may find measurements down below to get in contact with me. I'm also servicing some digital punch cards should you want to have one assigned to you. Make sure you sign up in one way or another. And with every purchase of a wellness drop and or tarot insight of a single card reading from me on the 10th service, you will get a free mini read from me as well. So we have the star card for you, Gemini, and we have the Fool to begin. Feminine and masculine energy are non-gender specific. Take however the storytelling time of this general collective reading applies to you. This is not a one-on-one. All right. So the atmosphere around you is becoming loud. So loud that the best way to kind of just go with the flow is to just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. A lot of you have shown yourself up for healing, made sacrilegious steps that you just don't understand how the ether can keep picking you up, because you're important to ether, and make sure that you get back on your feet and continue your journey. It's gorgeous energy in ways that you're not giving yourself credit to time and time again, because boy does your ancestry, however that may make sense to you, come with so much calling that they want to remind you of the shit that they couldn't figure out in their life, but they know it's you, the chosen one to them, that can bring them the healing vibrations for you being the courageous one to showing up and diving into healing. However that word healing triggers you. Some of y'all get triggered by the most craziest things. It's like you can't even say the color yellow anymore. I'm like, what? Yellow? You're canceled. Anyway. Alright, so, Gemini. What else we got? Wow, Empress. Alright, the Empress energy, you're in full control. You're kind of just you're just meant to be. That Fool energy is not a fool, okay? He might seem like lackadaisical and like clueless and maybe a little gullible and like charming and naive and vulnerable and sensitive, but let me tell you something, without his journey, there would be none. So remember that as you are living and breathing, just to be able to make sense of the journey that you should acclaim to already be yours. Oof. Flying card here. Alright, we have Shu, order and peace. So it's a bit literal for you in this case of how this word sounds like. So having to do with your shoe, your foot, taking your shoes off and walking more barefooted, okay? Because the boots on the Fool here is protecting you from things so that way you don't step on the wrong things and become injured. At the same time, when you feel stressed out and like filled to capacity or a little woozy or off and you just can't explain it, you need to take off your shoes and go into nature. And that will provide you the meaning of this card, the order and peace, because that can all be found in Mother Nature here, with the feminine energy kind of cloaking, being the oracle of the message of the card. Okay. You might also get like angelic messages, so like you might dabble into saying, oh my god, I've seen a lot of feathers lately, and then you do a little Google search and you're like, possible messages of feather, and you're like, wait, is this a coincidence? There's no such thing as coincidences, and there's no such thing as luck in that regard, okay? It's more or less to take on the perspective of you being proud of yourself or not. We have Sobek, Union and Power, 23, same energy that came out for Leo, so you might benefit from listening out to that readings in some way or another. We have Hathor, Intelligence. So yeah, I mean, you have nothing but like permission to do. And if you want to know if you sinned, I mean, everyone in more or less shape or form has been born flawed. And part of that flaw is also not really knowing what is ahead of you. Now, whether or not that's a subjectifiable flaw or not, is part of the way that we try to intellectualize to bring union and power to order and peace. And how do we intellectualize order and peace to bring union and power? See how this is 2 and 2 bringing all together, so it's like multifaceted viewpoints that all needs to bring change, because it's the advocate of change, and the intelligence factor of this card has to take the brunt and blow of all this energy, being her red, the lady in red. She has to take up all that anger and somehow bring form and reason to bring intelligence to the one that's crying and needing mommy's milk just to stop themselves from crying. That's how intelligent she is. And she has to do that by individualizing where all this energy came from. And the only way you can do that is going to individually, more or less, dissecting the problem or taking the problem away from the situation and dealing with it like that. Instead of in the masses. You can't heal masses. But one person can begin to heal all the masses. And that's her power here. What can be assumed is that their messenger here, and what she's trying to figure out here, while the feminine symbol is more or less like on a depiction of some kind, right? This is depicted somehow, where these energies are, they're more or less holding it in the aspect of wanting to read the energy and the direction. They're holding on their right hand. And the right side is more of like the anatomy and the philosophies of human understanding. And them wanting to bring out the symbolisms on how they communicate with you and the depictions made available on all around the symbolism at hand. They get you, the human, to intellectualize what is going on. And when you don't know, you can more or less meditate on this energy to help you feel that you're connected, that something intelligent is supposed to come out of all the chaotic energies that you may feel are politicizing your universe at this time. All right. I'm being told, Gemini, to leave the messages where they are. It's a very quick reading. All right. So I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.